Skittles in Arizona, Skittles in Arizona. I'm on the corner with my Skittles in my Arizona. I'm such a threat. You scared yet?
Trayvon Martin's death continues to gain attention across the country. Thousands of people are expressing their concerns through rallies and organized marches. There are even social media sites demanding justice. My guest is using music to bring awareness to the shooting. Songwriter Duran Butler wrote Skittles in Arizona. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
All right, so what inspired you? What was the moment about this story, this tragedy, that inspired you to write a song?
Well, actually, my producer, Mike, actually called me. The song was actually his idea because he was developing a track, and he's a father. So for him, the actual song had more, I guess, more meaning behind it than me because I don't have any children. So the closest child to me is my nephew. And he really, really wanted to do this song. So I just tried to pull the inspiration from him and from the people around me and the movement itself, the outrage that the movement has caused in general.
Let's talk specifically about what you wrote, how you wrote it. Let's take another listen to just another clip on that song.
My life has been an issue ever since Emmett Till could whistle. And if you pick a strange fruit.
All right, some historical reference there. Emmett Till, still unclear in the history books as to whether he whistled, but the bottom line is he was beaten to death.
Right.
And there have been a lot of parallels. Some have drawn parallels between that and what happened to Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, I think that the Emmett Till line in itself was just to give some historical reference and some context of how long these things have actually been going on. We can trace it back to Amadou Diallo, Sean Bell, Oscar Grant, and it just keeps happening. And I think that's the emotion that you're hearing behind the movement, is that people are really just fed up of it happening and they're wondering why it continues.
And there's more. Let's take a listen to this.
But let me fight some dogs, and I bet they face be popping up on every news channel. Big brother be watching us, and if your skin is dark enough, cops is going.
Now explain that one. Here are the lyrics. You know, but let me fight some dogs, and I bet the face be popping.
I think it just comes from the no media attention to these things until there's a huge outcry. There's been tons of situations like this that happen all the time, and they just don't get publicized. I mean, you're in the media, you know, if it bleeds, it leads. But until it's a rally or Al Sharpton or somebody big from the media actually gives it attention, it just flies under the radar.
Are you encouraged by the dialogue that has been happening as a result? Or what are your observations about what is being said, where the focus is, which begins with an investigation that is still incomplete, but there have been a lot of offshoots of the discussions. Right. What do you like? What do you gravitate toward? What do you not like?
I like it all. Dialogue in itself, I think, is healthy. So I'm really just proud of my generation for standing up and saying something, because our parents' generations have had their battles. Our grandparents had their battles. You know, your father was a Tuskegee Airman, so he had his battles. Everything that we do from here on out is what's going to make our generation successful and what's going to actually stamp our place in history. So.
Have you heard from the family? Since your production, this has been on YouTube. A lot of people have watched and listened to your music. You coupled it with a lot of images that you managed to get that were free images on the internet. What kind of feedback have you received?
Some of it's been negative, some of it's been positive, but all of it's been dialogue, and that's always healthy. I haven't heard from the family yet. I'm not sure what I could say to console the mother that her son has been killed and nobody's doing anything about it.
What is it? You said some of it has been positive, some of it has been negative. Have people been specific about what has struck them in a negative way about this production?
Well, the one thing that I have been hearing constantly is that some people are saying, well, black-on-black crime happens every day. Why are there no rallies for that? And I don't think the rally is necessarily about the crime, but the rally is about there hasn't been an arrest for the crime. And I think people really need to understand that, because no matter what, justice is justice, black or white.
People can hear this, watch the video that you've compiled on YouTube. If there's any money generated from this production, where will that go? What's your objective here?
It's going directly to the family. I haven't looked to get any gain from this. I just wanted to do whatever I could to support and further this movement. It's a cause that I believe in, and I think that many people believe in.
All right, Duran, thanks so much for your time, and thanks for sharing your music with us. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, for the